I want to share with you from our special election that I just voted in how much every vote matters. Mount Hood Community College, which serves East Portland, Troutdale, Gresham, that area, they had not been able to pass a bond in 50 years. And if you go look at their campus, you can see the stark difference between Mount Hood and well-funded Portland Community College campuses. The students at Mount Hood, they deserve a safe learning environment. They deserve things like air conditioning. They deserve things like having asbestos removed. They deserve things like functional fume hoods in their science labs. But over and over and over again, the bond kept failing for Mount Hood. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's because East County is more conservative and those folks didn't want to see an increase in their property taxes. Why should we fund education for the youth? Like, y'all, when I did the math, my property taxes were going to go up less than $100. It was not very much, but it would make all of the difference to these students. And the initial reporting coming in as they were counting ballots was like, well, looks like the bond is set to fail once again. There are 4 people of voting age in my household, and all 4 of us voted yes on the bond. And we could have just as easily been like, oh, it's a special election. It doesn't matter that much. Oh, this bond always fails. There's no voting is hopeless. There's no hope. It always fails. Mount Hood is never going to get funded. The conservatives who don't want to add, $80, $100 to their property tax, they always win. So there's just no point. It's hopeless. We should just, concede in advance that the bond is not going to pass. But that's not what we did. We voted yes, and we had every intention of making sure that bond, we contributed our portion to making sure that the bond passed. And lo and behold, Mount Hood Community College narrowly approved their bond measure after 50 years of trying. This right here is what I want to highlight for everybody. Voting really matters, even if you feel like it's hopeless, even if the thing that is up for a vote has failed many times before, even if you feel like the odds are stacked against you. It is so important that you vote in every election. The bond passed by 131 votes. 131 votes makes a huge difference in the lives of thousands of students in East Portland. Every vote mattered. The 4 votes in our household, they really, really mattered. We were 4 of those 131 votes. I'm a really big fan of law school professor and attorney Joyce Vance, and she has talked about this a lot lately. How we must not pretend that our vote doesn't matter. We must not write a fiction in our heads. Whatever little bits of evidence we may have, we must not perpetuate the idea that elections are rigged and don't matter, because that's not what we're seeing. The evidence shows that elections really, really matter, that our vote really, really matters. So we need to not believe that fiction that we're writing in our head, and we need to not give over elections to the Republicans, to the party of fascism,